Okay, so in this video, I am going to teach you how to set up alerts for your leads. So this way we can make sure they're getting relevant listings direct to their inbox in the time frame that they prefer. Okay, so log into your BoldTrail account. Now on the left-hand side, we can either jump into contacts right here, or we can come up here and simply type in the name of the lead and find them in the list that pops up. All right, perfect. So what we want to do first is jump into the search alerts. I also like to check and see what alerts are running. So there are two ways you can do this. So on the right-hand side in the actions column, you can see search alerts right here. Now this little house icon is gray. That means nothing is turned on for this client, nothing is running. You can see the campaigns, this is green, and we've actually got a campaign listed right here. So that means it's on. So what we can do, this whole column will behave in the same way. So if we wanted to turn on an alert from here, I can click add. It's going to jump me straight to this third tab at the top of the screen. So there's two ways to jump in to the alert section, okay? So I'm just going to click on search alerts. Now, if there was one in existence already, which we'll see once we set one up, it will be here, and you can edit each alert from here. You can have multiple running, and that brings us to our settings for a new alert right on the right side. So if you do have a lead that has multiple alerts set up for different criteria, you just want to label them accordingly so we know which one is which. So I'm just going to put Memphis alerts here. And then the next thing to complete is your email subject line. So you can let the system generate one for you. I personally prefer to put my own subject line in and make it a little fun and make it a bit original so it pops out in the ocean of emails that some people may be seeing. So I'm just going to click up here on edit and then find the emoji and symbols option. And I'm just going to pop a little house in here and then put here your new listing alerts. Something like that. So you can come up with something creative, but this will just help it stand out a little bit. Now the frequency, there's a few options here. So it's really important to figure out how often this lead would like to hear from you in regards to alerts. If we send them every day or every time a listing hits the market, it might be too much. But if they're a hot lead and they want to know as soon as a property hits the MLS, we could click ASAP. All right. So it's really such an important thing to find out what they would prefer. So go ahead and figure that one out. And then if there is an additional person who'd like to receive these alerts, you can pop an extra email address, a friend, family, that kind of thing. Now we need to tell the system where are the listings. So if I start to type in my area, you need to wait for the list of areas to pop up and select it from the drop-down box, okay? So Memphis, I'm going to select city rather than, for example, you can see some options say neighborhood. These tend to have less listings, okay? So click on city, and then we're just going to keep going and select a few other areas that may be relevant. And you could select your neighborhoods as well. Otherwise, you can put counties, zip codes in here also. So fill out as much as you like for the catchment area for the lead. I'm just going to get rid of those. If this client has a specific catchment area they're only interested in, you can click draw on map. It's going to open up our map. I'm just going to type in the main location. So I'm just going to type in Memphis, and then I'm going to zoom in. All right, let's say they are looking mostly in this Central Gardens area. Now I'm going to click draw area. It's going to change my cursor to a little cross here. And I'm just going to click a few times and make sure it's in the catchment area that the lead has told me. So I'm just going to connect all the dots. So now you can see a shape here. Now, if you want to extend this, you can use the little white dots and just adjust it accordingly. And then once you've finished, hit apply selection. Those areas, the little open field will disappear. Now we've got our map only. Okay, so depending on what the lead is interested in. Now, I'm actually just going to go ahead and add Memphis so that because I'm not sure how popular that area is, right? So I'm just going to put an area that I know will have lots of listings to show you as an example. And now which listings to send. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick all the single family. You can put rentals in here, multifamily, duplex, that kind of thing. And then the price range. So let's just go 500,000. Let's go up to 1 million. Just to, you know what, I might even pop down to 300. I just want to make sure I've got lots of listing examples once we hit save. Now, beds and baths, let's just go 2+, 1+. Square footage, I'm going to leave open, but you can get really specific in here. Obviously, the more specific you get, the more amenities and options that you pick, the fewer listings the client will see. But this is perfect. If they need something specific, it's going to really cut the list right down to exactly what they're looking for. So if they're adult 55, if they only want waterfront or water views, you can really ensure that they're getting relevant listings right to their inbox. I also love, so if this lead is looking for open house events, they're really actively looking and going out into the wild. You can select open house. It's actually going to send them all the open house events for that week. Okay. So you can get quite specific here. Now, if there is a keyword that they're looking for that is not listed here, but that you know would likely be listed when the listing's put up on the MLS, you can add your own keywords here. But again, just be cautious that you're not limiting the search results too much. All right, so I can click Set Alert. So let's just click that one and see what results pop up. All right, perfect. So now you can see that I have a search alert. It's blue. It's toggled on. That means this will now run as per the frequency we set at the very beginning. And now as the agent, I can sit here and actually see all search results. So there's about 6 results here. Oh no, sorry, up here, around 710 results. If I click View All, it's going to show them all to me on the map here. Okay, so I'm just going to pop back here. Now, if I were to, let's say this 300 to 1 million is a bit too much of a stretch. To edit any of the settings, click on Edit on the left side here. Now, let's just drop this down to something a bit closer. Let's go 400. Okay. And then we're going to hit, okay, 400, and then Save and View. And now we're only getting 308 results, okay? So you could email these results. If you had set the frequency as never, now what we can do is actually email or text the results, or even copy a link and share it somewhere to someone, depending on what your strategy is here, okay? So that is how you set up alerts. This is going to automatically run, and you'll see the frequency, all the settings over on the left here. Now, if you'd like to turn this off, just toggle it off here. And if you'd like to remove it completely, you can absolutely go ahead and hit delete. Now, something else you can do also is just go ahead and click on that listing. It will open up for you here under your listings tab in the BoldTrail website here. And then you've got options to send via email. You can click on more actions and then send this property via text, or there's a whole list of activities that you can do here, as well as copying the MLS link to share. Okay, so that is how you set up alerts. I hope that is nice and clear for you. If you have any questions, you know how to find me. All right, have a good day.